Hello friends, it's Dana Swanson, aka Kitty Girl, and wanted to do a quick flip through of my latest swap. I am doing a private swap with another lady that I met on Pocket Letters. I can't even remember. I haven't been on the forum in so long. It's a Pocket Letter forum, and we decided we wanted to do a private swap and decided to do something totally different. Neither of us had done a tag flip book, and so what we decided is to do a 5-tag flip book decorated on one side. I started the project after some inspiration on YouTube, and I couldn't stop, so I did more than 5 tags, and I did some of the back, not a lot. I wanted to include goodies because that was the other thing. We were both pretty good on our goodies, and I told her if you can keep it within the tag flip book, that's totally fine with me because it makes it nice and luscious, and so that's what I did. So that's why on some of these I did decorate the back. The paper that I used was BoBunny, the Ephemera Pack, and it's called, I think it was called Faith. Yeah, the colors, it was a pretty wide spectrum of color scheme, so I loved it because it's like dark blues and yellows and brights, and I got basically these lighter shade colors. So yeah, I can't find the the sheet. I had it a moment ago, but anyways, that's what I used, the BoBunny Ephemera Kit, and I think it was called Faith. So anyways, let me get through this. I'll just go through each one. So here's the first tag. What I had done is I had gotten like a $4 Michael's grab bag, I think around Christmas time last year, and it came with a bunch of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. And so this is a color. It's really a deep green. For some reason the colors are not picking up on the camera, and it looks kind of faded, but this is a really like a Kelly green, and I normally don't use this color, so I thought I would use it for like using it for categorizing can't talk, for cataloging for cataloging my die cuts and so forth. And so I thought, you know what, why not take some of these and die cut these out and just stack them together to make a thick tag. So that's what I did here. I stacked maybe about 5 or 6 of them and glued them together. I know that might be a little cumbersome for some, but like I said, I wanted to utilize what I already had, and I wanted a different shape thick tag than I had in my stash. So I did that, and then I covered it with the BoBunny paper kit. And so I think it looks really good. And what I did so that way didn't show the green, I actually used some acrylic paint and painted it. Again, I know that's probably cumbersome for some of you, but I had fun. It was very therapeutic, and it was, you know, after a long day of work, it was kind of fun to come home and just kind of do something really super slow. So anywho, this particular title is from a different stash. I think it's my Mind's Eye, and I needed something as far as a title to go in the front, so that's what I did here. And I cut some dies. I used bows. Again, the paper, most of the paper in here, probably 99% of the paper in here is with that BoBunny Ephemera Kit. And so I also wanted something to kind of pop this pink on this pink, so I had some doilies in my stash. They were super thin, so I layered a bunch of those because I like this. I layered a bunch of those and kind of give it a little bit of thickness there, and then added some sequins. And then this trim here I had gotten in a $4 grab bag at Michael's last year. So pretty fun just utilizing what I already have in my stash. On the back of it, I wanted to put some goodies. I got this new die set. It's a Sizzix die set. Let's see if I can find it super quick. Sorry, I guess I'm not as prepared as I'd hoped to be. So I can't find it because I need it. Bear with me here one second. I promise this whole video is not going to be that. Here it is. It's sitting right in front of me. How funny. So I got this new Sizzix die. It's Tim Holtz die, and I love it. It's like a pocket that you can put in little ephemera, and I got it for my junk journals. And so I wanted to use it because it's new, and I wanted to have fun with it, of course. And so here it is. I cut it out, and then I stuck a bunch. I did have this too. I had this in my stash. Again, from Michael's. Seems like a Michael's theme here. And I back some of those stickers, planner stickers, I backed them up against some of the cardstock, some of my scraps from the BoBunny paper kit, and then put those in there so she could have those little flags, and made some little tags and just kind of stuck that in there. And then these are the buttons that were in the ephemera kit. And then of course I added another bow here, and then this is just a scrap from my tassel. I thought, why not? So I thought that turned out pretty cute. This was from another kit, an old Close to My Heart kit. This and this. It just went well, and so I thought, you know what, I'm going to include it. So maybe that's the 1% that wasn't BoBunny. And I just fussy cut it around and just popped it up, and I love it because yeah, it looks nice and thick, and it comes off the page, so that's pretty cool. And this was like a big square block, so I just cut it apart and just kind of layered it how I want it so I could fit it on my tag. And then this tag is from Michael's $5 hotspot. I think they're called hotspots, but anyways, it was a bunch of tags. There's like 30 plus tags in there, and they're super thick. So all I did was just paper both the front and the back. Okay, so that's that page. And then this, I didn't do anything with it. I just left it be, and then I just added some trim here. Okay. On this particular one is another tag. Again, I did a bunch of layering because I wanted a different shaped tag, and so that's what I got here. And then I acrylic painted the edges so you couldn't see the green, and I just did a tuck and added, again, from this Close to My Heart little ephemera pack. I just added some cards from there, and that's just a tuck there. And because this paper is super thin, all I did was I basically glued it to a piece of cardstock, and then the cardstock glued the sides down, so that created my tuck there. So, because this is super thin. But I wanted to coordinate. And these flowers and these buttons did come in that BoBunny kit. I love those kits. I actually went on to scrapbook.com and bought some more. And every time I see them at Tuesday morning, I grab them because you can use pieces from different ones. And I'm sorry for the colors. These are really bright, and I'm not sure why the gradient looks really muted. So, apologize for that. I made a little paper pocket here. And then I just stuck some goodies in here. I just stuck some vellum envelopes. I love these things. It's hard for me to give these away, but gotta share, right? That's the whole point of this, is to share. So I just stuck those in there so she'd have some goodies. Okay, which way am I going? This way. These tags were part of that ephemera kit. So what I did was I double-sided and made a pocket out of it. And then I stuck some more of that planner kit there. Again, I took the stickers and I backed it up against some scrap cardstock and stuck those in there so she could use the goodies from that. And nothing's on the back. And then here is one of those Michael's tags, super thick. I love those things. You know, I don't think I maybe have used those tags for what it actually is as far as the print on them, maybe twice. And other than that, I usually just cover them and use it for other projects. So I have these little letters here, Be Free, and I made a little envelope from my We Are Memory Keepers punch board, the little tiny one. And then I had some confetti that I had gotten from Target a while ago, so I put some in a little envelope there so she could use. If she's like me, she probably won't use it right away. She'll probably just keep this whole thing together. I didn't want to cover the back of this. I love this paper. It's the BoBunny, of course, but I just love how that was, and so I didn't want to cover that up at all. I included a little goodie bag here, and I backed it up with some cardstock, and I put some sequins in there, and then I also included some extra envelopes that I had made that I was going to use on these tags and didn't, and I thought, why not just give them to her so she can use them how she wants. So there's like 4 little tags in there, and then added some sequins in there. And I just love how that just kind of hangs off this tag. This particular one is the Michael's tag. I made a shaker out of it. So I used some tulle that I have that has, I really try to shake off the glitter because it had a lot of glitter on it. It's super pretty though. And so I shook off most of the glitter on it. And then I basically glued it. I think it was Creative Rosa, I think, the way she did it. So I just kind of followed her tutorial where she glues the the tool on the back and then layer another piece of paper or cardstock on top of that, so you don't see all of the remnants or the edges. And then here I added some little star sequins so you can see that. See how pretty that is? And then I love how this flower just comes off the corner. And then on the back, like I said, I wanted to cover the edges of that glued tool, so I went ahead and put another piece of paper on the back of it, another envelope, and then I stuffed some more of those little close to my heart ephemera. It's ephemera, but it's like a little it's kind of like a Project Life type thing. And then I love these buttons that came with this kit. I wanted to give her some of the extras of the trims that I use. I got to figure out how to tack this down a little bit better. And so I wanted to give her some of the extras of that. So this is actually the dress form that these came on. So what I did was I basically put the coordinating paper on the front and the back, because this was all black and had writing on it. So I basically did that, and then I wrapped the trims around it. And then I thought it was super cute to have her little necklace and with her little gem right here, just to give it a little bit extra detail. And then there's the back. And then obviously it's unraveling, so I've got to figure out how to clip those. So there's that. And then in another, I think it was a Heidi swap kit, little Project Life or something, I had this wooden veneer, and so what I did was I painted it the pink, and then I did a white dry brush, because this was wood color and natural color, and then I added a little bow with a button here, and I did that on both, and I thought that just added a nice base. I'm trying to get this on frame. I thought it added a nice back base for it. So that's it. It's a little chunky. I hope she loves it. I love it. And then, oh, and I did a little tassel right here. So I just did all of these ribbons. I thought that was super cute, and that gives it a nice little touch to it, in my opinion. So that's it. That's my little tag flip. It's the first one I've ever done. I would like to do probably more of a Tim Holtzy kind of one, and so a little bit more of a grunge. So I'm hoping to do that next, but as always, I have a few more projects ahead of that one, but I really enjoyed making this. So until next time, we'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.